Now it's time to put together our exterior gusset if you are doing the pieced version. So I'm going to take my bottom gusset piece, which also should have Deco Light fused to the wrong side, and then I'm going to take one of my middle gusset pieces. Now your middle gusset could be just a solid piece like this, or it could be a zipper pocket. I am using for this bag one of each. You could be using two of just the solid or two of the zipper pockets. That's up to you. Either way, the assembly for this exterior gusset is going to be the same. So I'm going to take the wider edge, wider straight edge of one of my middle pieces, which is going to be the bottom. When you're using a zipper pocket, it should be kind of obvious because that is, again, at the bottom of our zipper tape. And we're going to match this up with one of the shorter edges of our bottom gusset. And we're putting these right sides together, and we're going to clip that together. And then we are going to go ahead and sew this together on the machine at 3/8 inch seam allowance. Now that is sewn, and I'm going to open it up, and I'm going to kind of finger press this seam down, and we're going to top stitch along the edge sewing on the bottom gusset piece. We are not pressing open the seam. So if we look at the other side, the entire seam allowance should be going towards the bottom gusset piece, and we are going to top stitch on the bottom gusset piece 1/8 inch from that seam. So that is now top stitched, and I'm going to now repeat those same steps with my other middle gusset piece and the other end of my bottom gusset. So I'm going to be sewing these together at 3/8 inch seam allowance. Then I'm going to finger press the seam down towards the bottom gusset and top stitch. So now we have attached both of our middle gusset pieces to our bottom gusset piece, and now we need to attach our gusset ends. Your gusset end pieces should already have your O-ring connector basted to the bottom edge. That bottom edge is the wider edge, and this is the edge we're going to be sewing with now. So we're going to take this and put it right sides together with one of the ends on our middle gusset. Clip that together, and we're going to go ahead and take this and sew it at 3/8 inch seam allowance. So that gusset end piece is now sewn on. Now I'm going to take this piece and I am going to fold it out and finger press. We are going to be top stitching on the gusset end piece. So this is where we're top stitching, and you can see that my entire seam allowance is going up towards the very far end of this gusset end piece, but my O-ring connector is actually going to be laying down towards the middle piece and the bottom piece. So it's pointing in that direction, but our gusset end piece is pointing in the other direction. So we are not going to be sewing through an extra layer of this O-ring. We're going to be top stitching along this edge at 1/8 inch seam allowance. So I have this end top stitched, and I'm going to go ahead and repeat the same steps now with the other end. So I'm going to be laying my gusset end piece right side together with the raw edge at the end of my middle gusset piece. I'm going to sew this together at 3/8 inch seam allowance, and then I'm going to top stitch it the same way I did for the first one. So now my exterior gusset is all assembled. I have all of the pieces put together.